All right. Thank you guys for joining me for the final stretch break of the week. My name is Luis, and I am a health and fitness specialist with Exos at Autodesk, specifically in San Rafael. And yeah, let's stretch it out a little bit. Almost done with the week. Final stretch. All right, so let's start standing in your space. And we're going to start with some good old neck circles. So once you plant those feet about shoulder width apart, bring that chin down to your chest, let those arms relax down by your sides, and then try and create the biggest circle you can with your neck rotating slowly one direction. We're going to do about 5 of these. Take it slow. You might feel some pops and cracks. That is okay, as long as it's not painful. And once you finish those 5 rotations, reverse direction. All right, guys, finish up that last one. Nicely done. All right, next up, let's establish a little bit of a wider stance here in your space. I also want you guys to point the toes in one direction. So for me, I'm going to angle my toes about 45 degrees, both to my left. So again, toes pointing the same direction. From here, we're going to hinge at the hips. So make sure the core is tight here. Spread those arms out into a big T, and let's hinge down in the direction that your toes are pointing, trying to bring that hand to touch the inside of your foot. So the other arm should be pointing up towards the ceiling or sky. Once you feel a good stretch here, take a couple deep breaths. Might not make it all the way to the ground, that's okay. Keeping that core tight after a couple breaths, return all the way back up to standing. Nicely done. All right, let's switch those feet. So pointing them now in the other direction, same 45-degree angle, spread those arms out. And when you're ready, hinge those hips, reaching down for the instep of one of those feet. Remember, keep your gaze on that hand pointed to the sky. Couple deep breaths here. Keep bracing. Now we can return all the way back up into standing. Nicely done. All right, guys, next one, you might need a little bit more cushion here for the knee. If you have a yoga mat, folding it a couple times will work. I'm actually going to use a pillow. So we're going to be down in a kneeling position here. I have one knee on the pillow here, and one leg is going to be out to the side, foot planted nice and flat. So here you'll notice I'm still in an upright position. So from here, we're going to be doing a nice adductor stretch by hinging our hips back and then forward into this kind of upright position. So feel free to put your hands on the ground if you feel you need a little more stability. But from here, we're just going to hinge the hips back, let our torsos tilt forward a little bit. If you can bring your glutes down to your heel, great. And then squeeze those glutes, come all the way back up to the top. Let's do 2 more of those, nice and slow. Should be feeling some kind of stretch along that inner part of the quad. Keep that core tight the whole time. Last one here. Squeeze glutes to come back forward. All right, now we can switch sides here. All right, one leg extended out all the way, foot nice and flat. Starting in that upright position, core tight, and we hinge back. And then squeeze those glutes to come forward. 2 more times here. Last one. There we go. Nicely done, guys. Nicely done. Slowly transition. Gonna be lying on our back next. And once we're lying on our back here, with the knees bent, we're gonna stretch out the back of our legs one at a time. So I'm gonna start with my right leg, bring it up into the air, interlace my fingers behind my legs so I can kind of hold it up, pointing up towards the sky here. My knee is still slightly bent, and from here, we're just gonna move the ankle. So try and bring that heel as high as you can, and after a couple seconds, point the toes up towards the sky. We're gonna go back and forth about 8 times. Should be feeling some stretch through the back as you try and bring that heel as high as possible. Just moving from the ankle here. All right, wherever you're at, let's make it the last one. Slowly let that knee bend, and we'll bring it all the way down. Next up is that opposite leg. So lift that leg, interlace those fingers behind the leg, holding it up. With the knee slightly bent, start to move that ankle. Try and bring the heel as high as possible, and then really point those toes. Here we're doing a good job of flossing the sciatic nerve, big nerve that runs all the way from our spine down to the knee and then down to the heel. All right, last one, wherever you're at. Nice stretch. All right, let that knee bend and bring those legs on down. All right, guys, last one here. What I'm gonna have you guys do, bring both knees up in towards the chest and give your knees a nice hug as best you can. We're just gonna hang out here for a few breaths. Try and get those knees as close to your chest as possible, but make sure you can still relax. You can still try and breathe deep. We're gonna do 5 breaths here in this position. All right, guys. When you're ready, slowly release those knees. Let those feet return to the ground. And then in whatever way is most comfortable for you, you can slowly make your way up and off the ground. I hope that helped everybody. I hope everyone is feeling a little bit more stretched out. Remember, if you are doing the Pacific Crest Trail Challenge, don't forget to record your participation because this does count. Thank you guys for coming. Looking forward to seeing you guys for more stretch breaks next week.
Thank you.
Take care, guys.